Hello! Sorry I can't be there today, but I went ahead and made a video, just a quick thing for you to guide you so that you would know what to do. So even though I'm not there, whether you are in the classroom with a sub or whether you end up in a different classroom or a different teacher's classroom because they are covering for me, you have your Volume 2 workbooks and you should be able to continue with the Crucible, no problem. So if you are able, you can read out loud, depending on where you're at and if the person is along for the ride, or you guys might have to silent read to yourselves to finish up Act 1 of the play. If you are in another teacher's room and they are not willing to read along with you. Okay, so real quick, let's look at your bell ringer. So go ahead and get out that paper and put today's date on it. All right, so here is your prompt. I just kind of want to get your perspective right now. So it says, why do you think it is that you have so many missing assignments in this class? When we didn't have access to our accounts, we did everything on paper, but so many students did not turn in these assignments. Give your feedback to the work over the last month or so. So I'm looking for feedback from you as to why over the last month you feel that your grade is not, up to par. There are so many of you struggling in the D and F range. And honestly, you shouldn't be, because most everything was on paper when you didn't have access to your accounts. And I gave you plenty of time in class, mostly. So now if you are a student, one of the few students that has an A or a B, and you're not in this situation, then please reflect on how or why you are in a more positive situation with your grade in this class currently. Okay, so that is your bell ringer. Go ahead and pause this video and do your bell ringer, or keep listening and then go back and do your bell ringer. But I do want your feedback. I actually may be collecting these soon so that I can read your answers and kind of process what you guys are thinking as far as why your grades are the way they are. Okay. All right, so let me go back to the agenda slide. All right, so again, you're going to finish reading Act 1. So period 6, you will start on page 583, which is where we left off yesterday. You are going to start reading at the top of 583 with paragraph 271. Paragraph 271, that is where you guys will pick up. And there are new reading parts, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to that. Okay, so period 6 reading parts. Here you go. CJ, you will play John Proctor today. Danica, Abby Williams. Riz, you are going to be Reverend Hale. Cairo, you will be Reverend Paris. Kaylani, Tituba, I got you. Kaylee, you are now going to be Ann Putnam. Hudson, you are Thomas Putnam. Augie, Rebecca Nurse. Jay Sean, Giles Corey. Nevaeh, Betty Paris. I'm sorry, guys. Betty Paris. And then I moved Devin to be the left page narrator, and Viviana, if you could continue as the right page narrator, that would be great. Okay. So again, these are your parts if you guys have the opportunity to read out loud. If you do not have the opportunity to read out loud, then you're just going to start on page 587 and page 583, and you guys will, this is wrong, page 583, and you guys are going to just silent read the rest of Act 1, the rest of Act 1, okay, which ends on page 596. So there you go. Let me go back. Okay, and the agenda slide, if you have time, if you guys finish before the end of the period, then you can work on your Act 1 workbook pages. And I don't start your character charts yet, but you can go ahead and work on that if you want to, if there is time. But the important part is that you are finishing the reading of Act 1. And then we will go back and clarify and highlight and discuss, annotate on Monday. So for the reminders, you are going to, okay, so you are, for reminders, you are going to need to bring your Volume 2 workbook with you every day. So for those of you who have been bringing it, again, I thank you. Your vocab lesson 4 quiz retake will close on Monday. Your vocab lesson 5 quiz retake will close next Thursday, so a week from today. And then we are now done with Act 1, so you will take a reading quiz over Act 1 on Monday. So if you were absent during the section of reading, you need to read that this weekend. If you need to go back and review any of the things that we highlighted and wrote in the margins, then do so as a review for the reading quiz that will be on Monday. And then on Monday, I will give you the rest of the period to finish up your Act 1 workbook pages and work on your character charts as well. Okay, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your 3 days off, and you guys are fabulous. I will see you on Monday.